Brunson holding. Knicks trying to wait till the end. Brunson puts up a three. Bang! Bang! Jalen Brunson hits the three with 4.3 remaining. And the Pistons call timeout.
Well, that's an eternity is still remaining. So the Pistons know they can regroup. They have ample time to get off a shot. But the clutch player of the year, showing you why with that play.
Captain Crunch Time does it again.
Watch Thompson stumbles, and Brunson humbles him. Yeah, with the three ball.
40 points for Jalen Brunson.
Winning.
Tell the basketball world, Jalen Brunson. That was the shot heard around the world. Wow, what a clutch shot that was for Jalen Brunson. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about how Jalen Brunson proves he is the most clutch player in the NBA. Again, the Knicks were able to beat the Pistons by the score of 116-113 in Game 6. With that result occurring, the Knicks are moving on to the second round of the NBA playoffs. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with a topic question. So, here it is. How impressive was Jalen Brunson's game-winning shot for the Knicks on a scale of 1 to 10? I am going to rate it at an 8. It's not the most impressive game-winning shot that I have ever seen, but it's still pretty impressive nonetheless. You look at how Jalen Brunson created his own space with that crossover. He gets himself open on that three-point shot, and it goes in for the New York Knicks. Obviously, it wasn't a buzzer-beater shot, but it was still an incredible shot made under pressure. You guys also have to remember that even if Jalen Brunson missed that shot, the game is more than likely going to go into overtime. That's why I'm only rating it at an 8. That's why I'm not saying it's a 9 or 10. It's not a knock on Jalen Brunson. The man is criminally underrated. He's one of the best players in the NBA, not just one of the best point guards, but one of the best players. Jalen Brunson continuously makes clutch shots for the New York Knicks. There's a reason why he won the Clutch Player of the Year award. It's because he comes up clutch time and time again. You look at what Jalen Brunson has done for the culture of New York. It's been really impressive. The man has a lot of grit. The man has a lot of toughness, and it shows up in clutch moments. Jalen Brunson is a big-time player in big-time games. He proved it last year. He proved it 2 years ago, and he's proving it again right now. All the games for the Pistons-Knicks series were relatively close. Game 1 was the only game where the game was decided by double digits, but don't let the final score fool you in terms of the competitiveness, because the game was very close until the end of that fourth quarter. Outside of that moment in Game 1, though, all the games went down to the wire. And what was the difference in the series? Jalen Brunson being Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson found a way to make plays with the basketball in his hands when it mattered most. He didn't run away from the big moments. He didn't run away from high-pressure situations, and he hit the shots that were needed to be made for the New York Knicks. I also got to give credit to Karl-Anthony Towns where credit is due. Karl-Anthony Towns came up with some huge plays for the New York Knicks in this series. I know he didn't have a good Game 6, but for the most part, I was satisfied with how Karl-Anthony Towns played in the series. I'm obviously impressed with what Tom Thibodeau has done for the city of New York. You look at how this man has built a culture of hard work and success. This guy might run his players into the ground, but you know what you gotta love about Tom Thibodeau? You gotta love the fact that he is absolutely a player's coach, and that he's going to do whatever it takes to get a win on the scoreboard as often as possible. You can't say that about every coach, but Tom Thibodeau is definitely one of them, and he puts Jalen Brunson in great position for success. Jalen Brunson is able to hit clutch shots because Tom Thibodeau allows him to take as many shots as he needs to. If Jalen Brunson is having a bad game, does Tom Thibodeau go on the sideline and tell Jalen Brunson, hey, quit shooting the basketball and start passing the ball to his teammates? No, he doesn't say that. What Tom Thibodeau says to Jalen Brunson when Jalen Brunson has an off night is keep shooting, keep finding a way to get yourself going, because we're going to need you in clutch moments. And guess what? The New York Knicks got exactly that from Jalen Brunson in Game 6. I also want to show you guys this clip of Stephen A. Smith talking about the Pistons-Knicks series. He made a prediction in terms of how the series went. Of course, he decided to hedge his bets and talk both sides out of his mouth, because that is exactly what Stephen A. Smith loves to do. Roll the film.
I'm not that confident with the New York Knicks right now this year. They're not what they were last year in terms of their grit. Hartenstein is gone. Obviously, DiVincenzo is gone. Even though Julius Randle wasn't healthy during the playoffs, he's gone right now. I think the New York Knicks have more offensive talent. I think they're devoid of that grit that they had last year. I'm still going to pick them to win this series, of course, but it's more emotional than anything else because when I look at the Detroit Pistons right now, they scare the living hell out of me. Cade Cunningham, that brother is special. That's a baller right there.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
Well, I have news for you, Stephen A. Smith. The New York Knicks won the series in 6 games against the Detroit Pistons. Now, I'm not going to get all smugged up over Stephen A. Smith. I picked the Detroit Pistons to win this series myself. I believed it was going to go to Game 7 because the difference between the Knicks and Pistons really isn't that much. Ultimately, though, I went with the Detroit Pistons because I was a believer in Cade Cunningham. But you know what? Cade Cunningham didn't get the job done in the clutch. Jalen Brunson got the job done in the clutch. And obviously, the New York Knicks were able to make the key plays in key moments. That's why they're winning this series in 6 games. That's why they're advancing to the second round of the NBA playoffs. You look how Jalen Brunson at the top of the key, he dribbles the basketball, he crosses over the Pistons defender. I think he knocks down a 3. That is absolutely cold genius from the New York Knicks to allow Jalen Brunson to do that. That is going to be a highlight remembered for the ages. Like I said earlier in the video, that was the shot heard around the basketball world. I love it when guys hit clutch shots. It tells me that they are absolutely all in on winning under high pressure situations. Jalen Brunson is built for those situations. He's not the biggest guy in the room. He's not the tallest guy in the room. He might not be the fastest guy in the room, but this man plays with so much grit that you almost have to respect it. I respect the heck out of Jalen Brunson because he is willing to do whatever it takes to help his basketball team win a game. This man plays with high intensity, and whenever he plays hurt, he's going to make sure he can go out there on the basketball court at all times for the New York Knicks. Jalen Brunson is really an old school player. I know that he's playing in an era where a lot of players don't really care about playing defense, but Jalen Brunson attempts to play defense. I love the fact how Jalen Brunson is an absolute grinder, and that mentality is a big reason why he was able to hit the shot. Ultimately, though, I'm saying that the impressiveness of that shot was at an 8. It's still pretty good. It's not the greatest shot I've ever seen, but it's an effective shot nonetheless. I like the space that Jalen Brunson used to create for himself, and obviously him hitting the shot helped tremendously as well. Obviously, Jalen Brunson is one of the best point guards in basketball. You can give me all the other point guards in basketball right now, but when you want to talk about the most clutch point guards in basketball, you got to give it to me with Jalen Brunson because Jalen Brunson never comes up short in clutch situations. The man just has a never give up mentality. If he has an injured foot, I'm still going to try to play out there because I can shoot the basketball in my hands. If I have an injured hand, guess what? I'm still going to try to play basketball because I'm going to try to make a distraction for the opposing team so other guys can get opened as well. And if Jalen Brunson has any bruise anywhere in his body, he's just going to play right through with it. He's one of the toughest players in the NBA, and he doesn't care to hide that fact because Jalen Brunson is an absolute dog. You can win championships with absolute dogs, and I hope Jalen Brunson can find a way to win an NBA championship one day. Do I think that he's going to get past the Boston Celtics in the second round of the NBA playoffs? Probably not, but it's going to be a fun series to watch. I can't wait to see how the Knicks will potentially overachieve against the Celtics. It should be an interesting series. I ultimately think the Celtics will be able to win that series in 5 games, although do not be surprised if the Knicks make that series more competitive than expected. So that is why Jalen Brunson's game-winning shot for the Knicks was an 8 on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of impressiveness, as the Knicks definitely need Jalen Brunson's clutch shots to occur in their first round series against the Pistons. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.